That's what a season's for, it's 16 weeks, 16 games, you get some highs, some lows, and you got to learn from your mistake and move on, and I think we've moved on and we've proved that we were able to be consistent, the last 6 games of the season heading into the playoff, and that's what's key, I think.
All right, the last one, J.J. Watt runs out there last week. Did you get excited thinking, hey, we might get a chance to measure ourselves against J.J. Watt, or did you go, oh, why couldn't he stay hurt?
I mean, he's a great player, but I mean, we've played against him pretty much every year over the past, 4 years, so we'll be ready for him. He's a really good player, but if you study him and everything and you prepare the best, you can have success against him.
Thanks, Laurent.
Hey, Doc, how are you?
Good yourself.
Good. How different is this team going into the playoffs than you were a year ago? Last year, this high-flying offense, Patrick's the MVP. This year, a more balanced team. You don't need to score as many points. So is there a different feeling going into the playoffs with a team like this?
Sure. We keep saying defense win championship, and I think it's true to a certain extent. And the way we've been, all three phases, special teams, defense, offense, playing together the last, month of December, it's been awesome to see, and I think that's what you need in order to win in the playoff.
If you watched Houston get to this point and a couple games, they seem to start slow, get in a hole, but come back. Mm-hmm. So is this a team you can't give up on? You have to play the full game because they can come back?
I mean, of course, but it's like anybody in this league. Everybody's good, so you got to make sure that you keep your foot on the pedal and you keep driving the field. It's not because you're leading by a touchdown that you're like, okay, we're done. You got to keep getting after it, and with an explosive offense like the Texans have, you for sure have to play until the end of the whistle.
We know Merciless, we know J.J. Watt, but what else about that defense are you mindful of?
I mean, they're good all around. Of course, their line, defensive line is pretty good. Their linebacker are pretty good. We're going to see a lot of, blitzes, man coverage, everything. So you got to be ready for a bunch of different look, and that's what we're doing right now. We're studying them, getting ready for Sunday.
What does Andrew Wiley being back healthy mean to you guys as a unit?
I mean, Wiley is a great guy. He's a great player, but he's also great to be around, and it's good to have that energy, heading into the playoff, to have a bunch of guys that are healthy, a bunch of guys that play together. So it's awesome to have him back.
Well, as a line, what tells you that, okay, maybe Pat might even be more ready this year than he was to go the distance last year?
I mean, Pat is an awesome player for sure, but I think he's even better this year at recognizing look and putting us in a good position as a line. Recognizing fire zone pressure, recognizing blitz, and making sure that we're on the right guy in order to get the back out for an extra receiver out there. So all those little things make our job easier, and I think we're just building that confidence as a unit.
Damien Williams credited the O-line in their blocking for a lot of his success against the Chargers in that last regular season game. Mm-hmm. Going into this postseason, Williams was really successful last season, but for the running game specifically against this Texans team, what are you guys working on to be, not just prolific in the air, but on the ground as well?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at teams who had success in the playoff, it's teams that usually are able to run the ball well. So that's for sure a key point of emphasis this week, being able to get good double team, move people off the ball, do our job, know the assignment, know where the back is going to be, where he's going to cut back and everything. And I think we've been building a good chemistry and relationship with D-Will, and he's been running amazingly those last couple of weeks. So it's good heading into the playoff to have that kind of confidence.
What makes him so successful as a player?
I think he never stopped. You see those 2 big runs that he had this season, one against the Chargers, one against the Vikings. I think he just never stopped, and he's able to run through arm tackle, run through and break tackles, and for us it's fun because you just got to keep pushing and get after it, and maybe you're gonna pop one.
As opposed to kind of other teams, as active, you mentioned kind of the linebackers, Cunningham and
yep.
Nardick McKinney is as athletic as those guys are. Do you keep an extra eye as active as they can be, as opposed to maybe some other teams that don't have guys with that ability?
For sure, you don't wait for those guys, especially in the run game. If they diagnose it, they're gonna come and meet you at the line of scrimmage. So you cannot be buried into double team. You got to be in a good position to always react. So that's for sure something you got to keep an eye on.